All right, welcome back to the channel. So, Kevin Garnett on his podcast recently with his former teammate Paul Pierce. If you never watched their podcast, by the way, please do. In my opinion, it is the best basketball podcast that's out there. They just talk about the actual game of basketball, no other outside nonsense, and they always have great takes. But recently, in his podcast, KG called Nikola Jokic the modern day Wilt Chamberlain, and I'm glad that he did that. For the last 3 to 4 years now, I've always seen the comparison between Jokic and Wilt. I remember I made that comparison one time with some people I know when we were talking about basketball. They looked at me like, "Oh, I don't see that. Like, they're not similar at all." But if you know the game, Jokic and Wilt Chamberlain are both the best passing centers of all time. Just at their position and their playmaking ability is amazing. Jokic and Wilt. As we know, Wilt Chamberlain is the only center in NBA history to lead the NBA in assists per game for a season, and he did that in the 1967-68 NBA season by averaging 8.6 assists. And the year before that, the year he won the championship, his first NBA championship, he averaged 7.8 assists. So pretty much he was averaging 8 assists within those 2 years. And even when he went to the Lakers, he will change up his game later on in his career. As you see, when you look at his first 7 seasons in the NBA, he was just a scoring machine. We all know that he's a top 5 scorer of all time. But when he got a new coach and he got better teammates, Wilt knew he had to change up his style of play to win more basketball games and to win a championship. And that's what he did when he got a new coach and better teammates in the 66-67 season. Jokic, man, and Wilt just super identical in the way they pass the ball and the way they're able to just facilitate for their teammates. And as we know, when it comes to triple doubles, Nikola Jokic is 3rd all time, and Wilt Chamberlain, as we see, is 9th all time. If you know, back then, for most of Wilt Chamberlain's career, they didn't count steals and blocks in the stat categories. They unfortunately only counted points, rebounds, and assists. So if you look up the play-by-play for Wilt Chamberlain's career, he recorded a lot of triple-doubles with blocks. And there's even one time Wilt Chamberlain recorded a quintuple-double when he scored 10 points in all 5 stat categories. But again, they didn't count steals and blocks. It wasn't an official stat. So he really is the true all-time leader in triple-doubles. But officially, as we see, of course, it's Russell Westbrook. But even then, still, Wilt Chamberlain, even when they started counting it, he is still top 10 all time. That is amazing. So yeah, I've always seen the comparison with Wilt Chamberlain and Nikola Jokic. He really is the Serbian Wilt. And as we know, right now, Jokic, he is top 3 in 5 stat categories, including points, rebounds, assists, steals, and 3-point percentage. A center who's up there in assists and 3-point percentage. It's just amazing. As we see right now, Jokic is shooting 48% from 3 this season. That's amazing. He doesn't attempt that much threes, but when he does, he makes it at an efficient rate. He still plays like a true big. Again, that's how he really is similar to Wilt. He still scores in the post mostly, but he can still space the floor out and shoot from long range. That's the main difference between them, in my opinion. I would say Jokic can score on all 3 levels better than Wilt. That's the main difference, because Wilt mostly scored within close range, but they both were skilled in the post. They both had nice spin, post fadeaway shots. Some people made the comparison between Jokic and Shaq. Shaq was more so dominant in the post. His game was more so, I'm going to get the ball in the low block, back you down, and then I'm going to just dunk on you. Jokic, he can score in the high post better than Shaq. He can score in the low post as good as Shaq. And again, he can stretch the floor. I would say the main difference between Jokic and Wilt is more athletic. He was a better rim protector. better at that than Jokic, and Jokic was just better at scoring all three levels. But look at what Jokic did in his most recent game against the Sacramento Kings this past weekend. So he scored 35 points, grabbed 22 rebounds, and dished out 17 assists. And by doing that, he joined Wilt Chamberlain as the only two players in NBA history to have a game when they have 35 plus points, 20 plus rebounds, and 15 plus assists. And also in this game, look at what Jokic did. Look at this. Shoots the ball from full court. Nothing but net. Cash money. And look at him. He just walks off like it's nothing. Like it's just a regular day at the office. Look at his teammates is more hyped than him. Look at that. Beautiful pass. Gets the ball. Look at that. Draws a double team. Right to MPJ. Beautiful dish. Look at that. Gets the ball in the high post to Christian Brown. To the cutting Christian Brown for a layup. Just like Wilt Chamberlain, they both were good at passing in the high post. That UCLA high post action. Look at that. Boom. Just like I said, he could stretch the floor if needed. Look at that. Gets the ball in the high post. Again, he could score. Looking backs him down within close range. Shoots that fadeaway jumper. Again, still scores like a true big. Similar to Wilt. Look at that. Beautiful dime. For the corner three. Look at that. Look at that. Another beautiful dime. Just amazing. This guy's a point center the way he sees the floor. Look at that. Grabs the ball in the high post again. To the cutting Brown. And he synced with all his teammates. It's amazing. I love him and Westbrook this season. Look at that. Beautiful pass to the corner for MPJ for a three. This is a point center. This is a 7-foot Nash. The guy's just different, man. Look at that. Still scores like a true big. Back to the basket in the low block. Jokic, man. Give this guy his MVP. I'm glad that KG said it. People for years were saying, when I made this comparison, when I was talking about basketball with some people, it was like, man, what are you talking about? I don't see the comparison. You don't know what you're talking about. You know these people. Like, just because you don't agree with them on everything, all of a sudden you don't know basketball. I hate that shit. But, it is what it is. The guy who actually played in the NBA definitely knows what he's talking about, KG. So I'm glad he said that. And we can just take and listen at the actual audio on KG talking about it.
So he top 3 and 5 categories?
He will. Joker's Wilt. Joker is doing Wilt-like.
It's ridiculous, dog.
No athleticism, really. Slow rolling, going at his own pace. Like, bro, it's not a miracle, but when you watch it,
it's efficient.
It's efficient and it's prolific.
He like
it's constant. You feel me?
He like
Lord, he like Sabonis. Nah, he like
modern day Wilt Chamberlain. I'm trying to tell you guys. But yeah, you guys tell me your thoughts and opinions about Jokic and Wilt Chamberlain. Do you also see the comparison? Do you also agree that Wilt is the modern day, that Jokic is the modern day Wilt Chamberlain? I'm trying to tell you, Jokic, great player, man. This guy needs to win MVP. This is a generational talent. Years from now, we're going to talk about Jokic and what he just did in his career. All right, again, tell me your thoughts and opinions. Till next video.